How's it going, everybody? Ryebread here today, and we are back with another episode of our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. And I firstly want to apologize for it taking me so long. I've been incredibly busy. Weekend wasn't great either. Lots of stuff to do, lots of stuff to be done. And actually, another thing we got to do right now is exactly what you guys are seeing on screen. We will be going through with the trade that I asked you guys, should we or should we not do. At the end of the last video, we're giving up our rookie contract, but I mean, a guy like Matthew Barzal, it's kind of hard to say no to this kind of deal. So I am going to propose the trade, and it will be accepted as we got it right. We trade for a star player, and the rest of the team is happy about that, so the morale does go up. Not too many people seem to fret the loss of Nikash. And now let's go ahead and welcome Matthew Barzal to the team. Glad to join the team. I'll make sure this trade looks good for you. I think we got a fair trade in that deal. Okay, I'd rather have no impact than a negative impact on him. But now I am very excited to go ahead and edit our lines. I'm going to hit best lines and see just what they think would be the best course of action. They say Teuvo Teravainen, Barzal, and Stone on the first line. Svechnikov, Rask, Aho, Sherry, Brassard, Wilson, Gauthier, Stahl, McGinn. I don't mind that, actually, because Aho's still listed as a second-line forward. So is Teuvo Teravainen. He's got 14 goals, 17 assists. He's got 13 goals, 26 assists. Average ice time, okay, so 18 minutes, 15 minutes. So he is getting less time on ice. If we go to our special teams, Stone, Teravainen, Barzal, hopefully Aho can grow just a little bit more and make me make that tough decision there, or even make Stone expendable, or make him a second-line forward. I'd rather him be on the team. Anyway, I'm happy with that. We finally got what we needed, guys. I've been saying this is almost the end of year 2, and basically for 2 years now I've said what we really need is a true bona fide number 1 line center. And to the guy who said he'd stop watching if Nikash was gone, I'm sorry, but hopefully the series is entertaining enough that you stick around, because I'm pretty excited that we have our franchise center right there. That man, Matthew Barzal. I am incredibly excited for it. In goal, we've got our I forget his name again. I always forget the guy's name. Connor? Is it Connor? Connor something? The goaltender, the franchise goaltender. We got him coming up the pipeline, and we got a lot of good young talent. Locker room chemistry. Can we take a look? It's at 71%. I don't even have to go into a different menu. It's at 71%, which is not bad, which is pretty good. So we have just about a month and a half, maybe. I wouldn't say a month and a half. Just a bit over a month, though. Actually, a month and a half might be right. I don't know. Anyway, we are 28, 22, and 9. A good amount of overtime losses sees us out of the playoffs on a tiebreaker. Basically, we got to contend within our own division, because I think Montreal, being 2 points ahead of us, or 4 points ahead of us, and 2 games fewer that they've played, I think we really just have to focus on getting a good spot in the Metropolitan Division. I'd rather not let this streak get anything more than 10, because I believe the Carolina Hurricanes, if they don't make the playoffs this season, will have missed for 10 straight seasons. And now we're just starting getting into really bad time for the fans. So to the fan base of Carolina, I am trying for you. I'm doing my best. So let's go ahead and then just get right on through. Let's get right through it here. When's the season end? Oh, we got these couple games here against the Metro. I'm going to simulate up to these games against the Metro, because that's going to be huge depending on how we do. But let's see, this game against Boston, first game with Matthew Barzal as a member of the Carolina Hurricanes. We win. We win another one, undefeated with Barzal on the roster as we win 3 straight games. Trade deadline is upon us. Doesn't matter. Make that 4 straight wins. A 2-0 shutout win against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So we did lose that one that the calendar flipped on, but we do bounce back with a win against a Metro opponent. Matthew Barzal revenge game, get a win there, a 4-1 win. Wow, we're losing. Okay, so we're losing to the 2 top teams in the Metro, which I can understand. I don't think we're at the pedigree of the Capitals or the Penguins yet. Charlotte, okay. Whew. I'm just glad it wasn't a guy like Capo Caco. Anyway, 4-3 win there against the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Islanders, again, a 4-1 win, a 4-3 loss to Toronto there. But so far doing quite well, as we are now 37, 28, and 9. I believe we were 28, so we've won 9 games, and we are now even further out of the playoffs. Oh, man, we need to win these games. I thought we were doing great, guys. I had a really good feeling about it. I guess just the rest of the teams in the Metro are doing just that much better. I mean, we have had a couple losing streaks. We lost there to the Rangers, which isn't great. These 3 losses aren't great. Those back-to-back losses aren't great. But this This week against the Columbus Blue Jackets, we played them twice. And if we can beat them both times, that will put us into a wild card spot, hopefully. And it'll be on us to just go through with it. I just really, really want us to make the playoffs, guys. This team, it's good enough. I finally believe in the team's quality with BARZAL. Do I make a change or two, or do I let it go? I mean, ever since we traded for BARZAL with these lines, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 9 wins, 6 losses. It's not terrible. 9 and 6. It's not. It's 9 and 6. We're gonna need to probably go on a better run if we're gonna make the playoffs. That's the only thing I'm thinking about right now. Oh, tell me we're not gonna be one of the best teams to miss the playoffs. Oh man, we would be. We'd actually be in the playoffs if we were in the Western Conference, but we are not. So that's not. We don't have to worry about looking at that. Is it worth maybe Victor Rask? Derek Brassard's better at the assist game, so we're going to put him next to Svechnikov, who's having a pretty disappointing second season. I would have expected him to get a lot more points, but, you know, if he continues to grow for us, he's still got that medium elite potential, so we're just going to make that one change, Brassard on the second line, and see if this is a crucial week. If we can take 6 out of 6, I'd be happy with 5 out of 6 points here, especially against Columbus. His home and home against Columbus is really big against Pittsburgh. We do win 3-1 versus Columbus. We lose in overtime. There is the 1 point. Justin Falk is fully healed and available to play in the next game. Justin Falk is back. And there we go. Okay, so wait. I was going to say, I don't remember him ever being out. Do we have somebody scratched? Well, just Walmark and Connolly. The team's loving life. I'm not going to edit lines because Falk must have just picked up a slight injury in-game. There's a 3-0 win, and we pick up 3 of 4 points against the Columbus Blue Jackets and are still 3 points behind them. My God. We were, what, 4 points behind them? And taking 3 out of 4? I mean, I guess they gained 1. Actually, no, wait. We took 3 out of 4, so we gained 2 points on them. We're 3 points behind them right now. Oh, my God. And so the 89. Okay. So the Florida Panthers are now the team to catch, the team to watch. Because if you guys can see it, they are at 89 points. We are at 88 points. We just, oh, God. It's going to be such a tight race down to the end here, guys. Oh, man. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. I believe in this team. I believe in this squad. Against Toronto, I know Toronto's a good team. They have Austin Matthews. We lose 2-1. But we do beat the Montreal Canadiens. Team meeting with Svechnikov. I need to be on the ice more. I can't help the team when I'm not getting minutes. I need you to give me no choice. And he was not happy with that. I tried the demanding approach. Oh. Okay, so at 40, 29, and 10... we are currently 3 points behind. So a win here puts us 1 point behind Florida. A win here puts us 1 point behind Florida. That would be huge. We'd be on the same game played. We just need them to drop a point. Oh my God, is it going to be tight down the stretch here, guys? Svechnikov said he wanted more ice time too. What does he think? He's a first liner now? He's still a second line forward, but special teams. He's on the second power play line. I don't know if I'm going to move him up at all. Probably not. Let's move Aho up in place of Teravainen so Aho can get there for us. And I am going to slow sim these final 3 games. This is our playoff push. We traded for BARZAL. Last year we traded for Stone. Neither year we have made the playoffs. Well, actually, yet. We still have yet to know if we're going to make the playoffs this year, guys. But this game against Ottawa will be simulated. I will go in and watch it. We are going to go to the quicker sim, not just going to go watch the entire game. First period! A 1-1. Chris Tierney scores for them, but McGinn scores for us on that 4th line. Second period, we get a goal from Stone against his former team, and we are now up 2-1 on the Ottawa Senators. And Falk extends our lead. That's exactly what I want to see. Soft claps because I don't want to clap for all you guys that are wearing headphones out there and just blow out your eardrums. Also distort the audio. Anyway, 3-1. I got to focus back on the game. We give them a power play, but we do kill it off with 3 minutes left in the game. 2 minutes, 1 minute, and that's all she wrote. 3-1. Carolina tops the Ottawa Senators with a goal in each period. A good performance from the team as a whole. I'll take it. We now have 92 points. The Florida Panthers played another game and dropped a point. So now it is our destiny is in our hands. If we win this next game, we are in a wild card spot. We can catch the Washington Capitals, but they have clinched. The Florida Panthers are a team that we need to catch as well. Hopefully Boston I would really like not to chase Boston. Let's simulate another up to our game against the New York Rangers, who are in a playoff position in our own division. Okay, so this is it. Let's just go get in the game. Simulate. Oh, we just need to pick up I feel like if we pick up another win, I feel like we can rely on Florida to maybe drop one more game. We just need these points. First period. We get off to a great start as Victor Rask on that third line gets us a goal. Second period. Brock McGinn scores again, but Buchnovic and Zibanejad score on Mrazek, and it is tied, and Jesper Fast, 53 seconds into the third period, gives the Rangers a 3-2 lead, and Kevin Shattenkirk makes that a 4-2 lead. Come on, we are putting on shots. I see us jump up, and it's 5-2. I'm going to finish the game, and it is a 5-2 loss. And now we no longer control our own destiny. We've not been eliminated from the playoffs as the Florida Panthers have been eliminated from the playoffs. We were just eliminated from the playoffs thanks to that 5-2 loss. Fuck. And that's it, guys. That's all she wrote for this playoff push. It came down to the wire. Potential season-saving trade does not save the season as we lose our last two games, letting in 5 goals, and changes need to be made. I don't know what it is. Is it goaltending? I mean, good God, look at that. 57 points was our leading point. 57! We didn't have somebody get 60 points. All I'm asking for is 0.65 points per game. I can't even... I can barely... stand this right now, but we will go ahead and do a season recap. The first line sucks. First line, not going to be the same next year. Sebastian Aho's going on that first line. Teuvo Teravainen, I've had enough of his shit. He's either traded or demoted because I can't deal with him. -12 on that first line, my lord. First line, huge minus, double-digit minus. Barzal's not doing much better. Barzal with 56 points. I don't know how many he had when we traded for him, but that's not good enough. Sebastian Aho, Svechnikov, Brassard, Rask, and then Stahl. Gauthier had a decent season. So it will look like the bottom 6 was our saving grace. Bottom 6 did put up a good amount of points. Gauthier with 18 goals. Julien Gauthier with 18 goals in 9 minutes on ice per game. He almost had a 20-goal season in his rookie year. 8 assists, 18 goals. Colin Wilson did well. Connor Sherry, I was happy with the trade for Sherry. He paid off. He did well for us. I'm happy with it. McGinn, Connolly wasn't bad when he played, but we did decide to scratch him in favor of these guys. As far as defenders, Falk, 50 points in a season. That's good. I'm going to accept that. And Dougie Hamilton. These guys, really the only defensive pairing that really worked for us. Roland McEwen, -14. Calvin DeHaan, -11. Hayden Fleury, -9. Jacob Slavin, -8. So I think that has to do with... the top guys right here, they played very, very well. They played as good as I would have asked them to, over, 0.5 points per game, plus players. It's just this right here. There's something wrong with these bottom 4 defensemen, and in goal, 919, 246 isn't terrible. It's just not going to steal us the kind of games we need. That's what I'm thinking. It's basically 920 and 945. I'm going to accept it because it's probably league average. I would just like to see us do a little bit better. Rookie skaters, obviously, Julien Gauthier had a great year as a rookie. 18 goals in your rookie season. I'll take that if he can step his product. Wow. Holy shit. Whoa. Elias Pettersson in his rookie season is an 88 overall first line forward, putting up 85 points in 82 games. As far as goals, Gauthier was 3rd in goals behind Eli Tolvanen, another really good prospect. But man, oh man, Canucks fans, this guy gonna be great for you. So keep an eye out for that. I mean, he's already great for him, but you know what I'm trying to say. All skaters here. We'll just go with forwards in the league. Vladimir Tarasenko with 94, tied with Brad Marchand. I'm gonna give it to Tarasenko just because he had more goals this season. Marchand scored on 20% of his shots, which is insane. Over 300 shots, though. Tyler Seguin down here putting up a ton of shots. I was just looking at that category. Kucherov there as well. Scheifele, Stamkos. So Stamkos and Kucherov both finished with above 90 points. Scheifele, Giroux, Kane, Seguin, Patrick Laine. Ovi slows down a little bit. Jack Eichel's also point per game. There's Elias Pettersson. Sam Reinhart also. Wow, Jesus, those two guys killing it together. Sidney Crosby down there at 81. McDavid only 79. Vladimir Tarasenko led the league in goals. Nobody hit 50. As far as shots, who took the most shots in the league? That would be Alex Ovechkin. What a surprise there. Now, if we go look at our defenseman points, Brent Burns just edges out Carlson and Klingberg, but he puts in 35 goals. Are you kidding me? Brent Burns single-handedly won every category against the Carolina Hurricanes. He would have been the leading point getter, leading goal getter. I mean, as a defenseman, that's insane. I didn't actually check out our goals, but I'm going to check it out in a second. And then after you get the 370 point getters, you got Carlson with a very respectable number there. And I believe that Falk was close. Falk was the final defenseman to hit the 50-point mark, and I'm going to be happy with that. I'm going to take Justin Falk at 50 points. I'm not going to ask him to do more. I'm not going to ask him to do less. And then in goal, we'll go ahead and check this out. Save percentage was Carey Price. Goal against average was not Mike Condon. Sergei Bobrovsky. Vasilevsky, although I feel is the best. Actually, no. Sergei Bobrovsky was probably the best goaltender in the league this season. Slightly better goal against average. A little bit worse than Price by .001 per save percentage. Better than Vazzy, who had a great goal against average. 3 great seasons here from these great guys in goal. As far as us, though, we are looking at Peter Mrazek being right kind of there with Martin Jones, Henrik Lundqvist. I really don't want to put those two guys in the same Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, the Sabres. Wow. The Sabres elite goalie, so the Sabres probably are a team to fear, which is weird to say considering they've been terrible for the last 5 years, but thank you, EA, for the good ratings. Worst goalie in the league was Mike Condon, Robin Leonard, close, Craig Anderson. Wow, Condon and Craig Anderson both played at least 40 games this season. Interesting. So there we go. Middle of the pack goaltender again. As far as what our team's issue was, if we go check out the team stats, our team put in 2.52 goals for per game, and goals against were 2.56. So I really feel like we need to put in more goals per game because that's just not going to get it done. We're winning close games. Maybe a full season of BARZAL in that top line. I'm not too sure, but I feel like something kind of needs to change here, guys. I got to look at the power play and penalty kill percentage as well for us. Carolina Hurricanes, our power play percentage was at 22%, very respectable, and penalty kill percentage at 82%. So I'm happy with our special teams. Our special teams did well, but it looks like when it comes to even strength, and I hit on this at the beginning of the season, when it comes to even strength, this team just does not have it. It just will not get it done, even strength. So we do need to focus on that, I think, get some guys that put up points at even strength. And looking at the playoff tree, we've got Calgary, Anaheim, LA versus the Arizona Coyotes. You've got the St. Louis Blues versus the Predators. You've got the Winnipeg Jets versus the Dallas Stars rounding out the West. In the East, for the Atlantic, you've got the Atlantic matchup is Buffalo-Boston. The Atlantic division winners were the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Florida Panthers. In the Metropolitan, our division, you've got Caps, Pens in round 1 this year, and Rangers, Blue Jackets in rounding out the East. So if I could just go take a look at it again in the Metro here, guys. We were close. We had 92 points. 92 points would probably put us, one of the first teams out. The Toronto Maple Leafs at 93 and us at 92. So the Leafs were the first team out, and we were the second team out. So that's really rough. That's I hate to see it because that just means we're on that cusp and we're in purgatory, guys. I feel like one more year of growth and development and building. Maybe we can get some players to come up. Let's check out the progress reports before this video becomes all gloomy and droomy. Yeah, I guess. Droomy, whatever, who cares. Progress reports. Who grew? Who's getting an A on their report card? And it looks like Hayden Fleury. Good for you, Hayden Fleury. Oh, no, never mind. You just sucked ass. That's what you did. Good for you. Glad to see that. Brock McGinn? Okay. you also aren't having... Connor Sherry. Julien Gauthier, morale growth. Okay, and his shot's getting better. I mean, he put in almost 20 goals on the fourth line. I'm going to give him definitely third line ice time from here on out. Good, getting better defensively. Always love to see that. And something there, physical. He got more physical. Dougie Hamilton, statistical growth. I'm glad his statistical growth is helping him instead of hurting him. But these aren't the guys I care about too much. Ellie Lutzer here grew 22. He's low elite, so if we can see some more positive growth from him, he's currently a 54 overall. Jake Bean up to a 76 overall. Jake Bean could be one of those guys that we look to for the future to come in and replace a guy like Calvin DeHaan or Roland McEwen. Maybe I wanted to bring him up earlier in the season, but Carson Hartigan here. Cardigan. I'm just going to call him Cardigan because he's, I don't know why I'm going to call him Cardigan, but yeah, the dude was in the 50s to start this year. He's now in the 60s. He's a project goaltender if I've ever seen one. Medium franchise potential, though. You'd like to see the guy that we drafted become something for this franchise. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but if he's only a 61 at 19, unless he jumps into the mid-70s by 20, I'm going to be worried about his progression. He's still got that medium franchise potential, though, guys, so we're going to hold on to him at least until we have to give him a contract, unless we gave him a contract. I can't tell from here. That's great. I wish they would just give you the entire card and just do plus-minuses next to the card. That'd be great. As far as Steven Allman, let's go ahead and sort by potential, though. What potential players are growing the most? Hartigan, Capo Caco's up to a 77, now listed as a depth forward, and by the start of next year should make the the NHL roster. Lutzer there, doing well, those couple low elite guys. But if we take a look at our contracts now and just plan on the future, BARZAL making $5.4 million. Justin Falk needs a new contract. So players that are expiring would be Justin Falk. Connor Sherry does not want to come back. I'm not going to know if... I don't really think I'm going to be too upset if Connor Sherry does not want to come back here, guys. He had a good season for us. It wasn't too terrible. I mean, I did like the acquisition. He is a very solid middle six player. He's going to slot into either the second or third line and just do well for you. 80 overall. I can't complain with that. But guys like Walmark should get a contract. Nicholas Waugh is going to get a contract. Probably Zykov and McEwen. Roland McEwen, I mean, I probably asked him to play a little bit above his skill level and maybe should have looked more closely for a sixth defenseman. But, it is what it is. I felt this team had it. BARZAL improving that first line instead of Brassard. I thought we could have done it there. We didn't really give up anything too crazy because BARZAL's going to be a 90 next year, I'd hope. Is BARZAL actually, what is his overall? Main roster overall is actually an 89, so we figured that out about him. He's actually an 89. Still medium elite at 22, so we could easily see him get into the mid-90s. Low to mid-90s, I would probably say. But Falk is the guy that is going to need to be re-signed. Connor Sherry doesn't want to come back. I'm not upset with that. And then Walmark and McEwen are the two guys that need to be re-signed. So... we have what? $6 million in cap space next year. Is that seriously all we have, or is that just being weird for us? Anyway, Zykov here, Waugh, DiGiuseppe. DiGiuseppe could even become something. Bottom six forward though, we've got Capo Caco here, guys. So Capo Caco is probably going to make the NHL roster, which is why letting a guy like Connor Sherry go isn't going to be the end of the world because we've got a young up and comer here in Capo Caco. Kuokkanen. He's fine. He's probably going to be an AHL guy. Nobody else seems to really... because we got some expiring guys here. They aren't going to... hope if they ask for too much, I'm probably just going to let them go. Sorella there. He can always go. Waugh. We're going to have to manage our cap space a little bit wisely this year because I don't know exactly how much cap space we're going to have in the upcoming season, especially with BARZAL's new cap hit. Goalies... Pina Mrazek signed through next season, so both Darling and Mrazek are off the books after next year, which I'm okay with because hopefully by the time next year strikes, we shall know if Carson Hartigan is our goaltender of the future. I really want him to be. I hate the fact that a lot of times I can't grow my own goaltending prospects, but let's go ahead, simulate to the draft. I'll show you guys some of the top prospects. I don't think we're going to plan on trading up because I don't really think we have enough assets. We traded for our guy in BARZAL this season. So BARZAL is the number one guy. He's our number one franchise player now. So we'll just look around, see who's maybe going to fall to us. Wherever we land in the draft lottery is where we're going to land. I would like to jump. I mean, that's a lot to ask to be the second worst lottery odds to jump all the way up into one of the top 3. But we can look towards the bottom and see. Actually, no, we're probably in the middle of the draft. Probably, pick 16? No, 15, 14, 13 maybe? One of those. We're in the mid to low teens. So we'll go ahead and check out players that are going to be there. Di Giuseppe has been injured with a mild concussion. Are we still playing in the AHL? Are the Charlotte Checkers still playing? And the Charlotte Checkers have won the Calder Cup. Wow. Go us. And the Washington Capitals of our division again win their second Stanley Cup. I don't remember who exactly won it last year. I don't know if it's a three-peat for Washington. God, that'd be insane after not winning it for ever. And Philadelphia, Winnipeg, Edmonton. So we are picking 14th. I was really hoping we'd get a chance to jump there. But Philadelphia, go ahead and pick yourself another Nolan Patrick. And see how that one turns out for you. But picking at 14th, we can go ahead and check the draft class to see where exactly. So yeah, we don't know the number 1 guy. I remember, guys, I let the AI and the computer do the scouting for us. But right here, Pajot, Gill. I mean, our scout says this guy's the 6th best guy, and he's very confident about Eston Pajot. Lacks size. He is 5'9". He's got a pro release, offensive instincts, and foot speed. He is a sniper, which could be good for a team that needs. He plays like Theo Fleury, though. I mean, I guess he is smaller. Medium, top 6 potential. Is a very passionate person, but gets emotional at times. Is driven to win. So I'd like to get a guy that's driven to win. But Pajot looks like the guy I'm going to be targeting. Or Gill. James Gill, a sniper. 32 goals, 63 assists in a C- competition. 16 goals, 41 assists. So James Gill looks better. Goal scoring, pro release, offensive instincts. He's 6 foot. He also plays like Theo Fleury. Again, our scout has him in the top 10 in the draft. Not necessarily lining up here. The question is, how much do I trust my scouts? Do I take Eston Pajot here, the Canadian boy, or do I take James Gill from America? As far as gems or busts, we have identified ourselves a gem. I guess you could consider low top 6 a gem. I'll pin him to the draft board anyway. Brizgalov, Delmaz, and Bachman are busts, but okay. I mean, I can understand this. A plus competition. He gets 3 points in 23 games. Not exactly what I'm looking for is in a gem there, guys. But as far as my scout rank, this is what my scout says that the draft will look like. Pajot here is projected to go 13th. Maybe if we don't trade up, we can probably get ourselves James Gill, but I believe one of the 2 guys will be there for us. If we're looking at draft rank, Johan Davidson, projected to go 16th. We know for a fact he's medium top 6. He plays like David Backes, even though he's 5'10", which means he plays bigger than he is. Not exactly convinced on him, but I think Pajot and Gill would be the 2 guys that I would like to target. As far as players that have retired, man, I thought I was going to have to kill time in this video, but apparently not. Marian Hossa retires as an Arizona Coyotes legend. Brian Giunta as an Av. Alesh Hemsky a Capital after winning the Cup. Erat, Filppula, Derek Roy. Chimera, Callahan, Franzen, Malone, Matt Molson finally retired. Thank God. And Chris Thorburn, David Clarkson, and Kyle Brodziak are now a scout for those respective teams. Update the trade block before entering the draft. And like I said, the Washington Capitals are your champions. Let's go ahead and check out the awards before we go ahead and do anything. The Stanley Cup, the Nashville Predators won last year, but the Capitals have won 2 in 3 years and are starting to establish themselves as a true dynasty. President's Trophy was the St. Louis Blues. It was Stars Capitals, and the Capitals come away with the trophy. I didn't check this last year, so it is Patrick Kane won the Art Ross. Tarasenko won it this year. Scheifele and Kessel won that last year. Klingberg, Carlson. Klingberg won this year over Brent Burns? The man had 35 goals as a defenseman. As a defenseman, the man had 35 goals, and you're just going to give it to Klingberg because he had 1 less point. All right. I see you. Lady Bing, Sagan, and Kane. Calder was Elias Pettersson and Middlestat. We do have a Calder Trophy winning player on our team, so, I didn't have anything to do with it except for the trade deadline, but hey, I'm going to take credit for it. Conn Smythe was Braden Holtby, as he probably stood on his head, like he did last year. Matt Murray wins the Vezina, didn't really translate to much else. Matt Murray also wins the William M. Jennings Trophy. Bill Masterton goes through the New York Islanders, Zdeno Chara. Yay. Anze Kopitar wins the Frank J. Selke Trophy. Good for you. Ted Lindsay goes to Mark Scheifele, and Maurice Rocket Richard goes to Vladimir Tarasenko. And our team in the AHL won the Calder. As I said again, I'm pretty happy about it because we are champions, guys. We are a team of champions. Now, I'm kidding. We are not. We missed the playoffs for, 10 straight years, going on 11. Not great. Not a great bunch of point totals either, but maybe those will get higher if BARZAL's on the team. We shall see, guys. But that is all the time I have for this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more. And I will see you guys at the draft.